Welcome to this Tuesday reflection on the 14th of July. One of the really interesting things about the lockdown is that in many cases quite an astonishing number of people have been accessing our live stream worship. Even though this may have tailed off in recent weeks as the lockdown has been eased, there still seems to be an interest beyond our regular congregation members in what we're putting out there through various media platforms. Whilst we have no idea to what degree those watching are really engaged with the worship, there's evidence to suggest, through surveys that have been done, that there has been a growing interest in faith and prayer and worship in our society. Clearly, we want to build on this interest and help people to explore the things of faith and a relationship with God through prayer. Not with a view necessarily of getting them to come to church as and when that's possible, but of genuinely supporting and encouraging them to take seriously those stirrings and needs within that have led them to accessing the resources that the church has been offering, so that they may discover for themselves the wonderful news that they are infinitely precious to God, who loves them and cares for them and is with them, whatever circumstances they find themselves in. How do we support people who want to pray but don't know how to pray? Who want to know about God but don't know how to go about it? One way is to share the prayers that we ourselves have found helpful. A few weeks before Easter, I was contacted by a parish that I used to serve to ask if I would choose a prayer that's been particularly important to me and create a short video sharing the prayer and saying something about why I'd chosen it. This was to be part of what they described as a prayer locker, that is, a series of videos created by a range of people talking about a prayer that they found helpful or significant on their journey of faith. It seemed a really good way of getting individual Christians to talk a bit about their prayer life, but also a very good way of sharing specific prayers that other people might also find helpful. It could be a good way of getting members of your own church involved in something really positive and encouraging, an act of evangelism as well as witness, a way of you sharing your faith in a very simple way. It doesn't have to be long and complicated, but to pray your prayer on video with a short summary of why you've chosen it might be very powerful for those who are watching and help someone in their exploration of faith more than we could possibly imagine. The prayer that I shared was given to me on retreat one year by the Retreat Guide. It's one that I return to and often use as part of my morning prayer. It asks that God might surprise me out of my daily routine, to acknowledge that although most of the time I'm too busy to recognise his presence with me, he is nevertheless here, there, everywhere. The prayer goes like this. Lord, catch me off guard today. Surprise me with some moment of beauty or pain, so that at least for the moment I may be startled into seeing that you are here in all your splendour, always and everywhere, barely hidden, beneath, beyond, within this life I breathe.